Welcome to Under the Hood, presented by WholesaleCars.com, the podcast that pulls back the curtain on what really makes this buy here, pay here dealership tick. Here in Albertville, Alabama, WholesaleCars.com has been in the same spot since 1994, built on honesty, integrity, and excellence. And around here, the people are just as important as the cars. In each episode, you'll hear from industry professionals and the folks who make this place run, sharing real experiences from behind the counter, behind the scenes, and sometimes behind schedule. The goal? Transparency, a little humor, and a closer look at why this team does things differently. This is Under the Hood. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, I'm Brett Rossuck, General Manager here at WholesaleCars.com in Albertville, and welcome to the very first episode of Under the Hood, where we talk cars, customers, and what really drives our business. Today's special one, I'm sitting down here with our founder, Paul Claborn, to share the story behind WholesaleCars.com and how it all started, and why helping folks find reliable, affordable transportation still matters just as much today. So let's get to it. Mr. Paul, for listeners who don't know you yet, who is Paul Claborn and what is Wholesale Cars all about?
Well, Paul Claborn is a native of Marshall County. I went to high school in Boaz, Alabama. Opened my business in Albertville in 1981. And I live in Guntersville. I've been in this business for over 50 years now, and it's been a pretty good run. I started in this industry in 1972 when I was just a pup, and my first job was scraping chewing gum out of carpets.
Sounds like fun.
It was nasty too. But you know, when you get a little dirt on your fingernails, you learn a whole lot.
Gotcha.
You know, the guy that I worked for then he was a taskmaster, and he demanded excellence in everything that he did. And as a lot of people around here would attest to, I still like that excellence in everything that we do. And I think that's reflected in the quality of cars that we sell and the way we keep our facility. But anyway, that's who I am. WholesaleCars.com is just a people first, buy here, pay here dealership that we cater to working folks.
Gotcha. What problem in the car buying experience were you trying to solve when you started shaping WholesaleCars.com into what we've got today?
Well, in this business, you've got to have affordability and dependability. And I didn't see that married many times. And I think we've done a good job of it, of marrying dependability and affordability. Most people can't go across the road at the GMC store and get financing for $50,000 to $70,000 on one of those new vehicles over there.
True.
And also, even if they could get financing, they probably couldn't afford that $1,800 a month payment either.
That'd be tough.
So anyway, that's why we put those together in a way that working folks, they can have a chance at having a payment that they can make, a car that they can depend on, and something they'd be proud of to drive that won't leave them stranded on the side of the road.
Yep. That's true. If you had to sum up your mission in one sentence, what do you want every customer to walk away with after doing business with you?
We're in the business of restoring dignity for our customers. Many customers coming here that that they've been turned down multiple places, or they just don't they don't think they can get approved for a decent car. Now you can go to another typical buy here, pay here car lot, and sure, you can buy a 140,000 mile plug for not much money down.
Yep.
But you may not get to work next week.
That's true.
And
Yep.
what we've done here is we treat them with respect, and so that when they leave here, when they buy a car here, they'll know that they've been treated fairly, and everything that we know about the car, we've told them about the car.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can feel confident we did a good job when they leave.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, you've watched us, Brett. How long have you been here? 3 years?
No, a little longer than that.
A little longer than that?
About 21.
About 21 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, Brett's been here 21 years, and he comes from an unusual background of, he came out of the hospitality business, I guess you could say. Is that fair?
That is fair. Chef by trade.
Chef
Yeah.
by trade. And but he's never brought me anything to eat. When we go places, I'm always doing the buying, but I never get anything to eat from him. So he says he's a chef, but I'm not sure. He's good at finance. But anyway, Brett, where were you at before you came back?
Well, I was in Hong Kong. Went to a college in Switzerland. Did the chef. Moved here. Met my wife. She is from Albertville, so
Yeah.
she is a native, and just never left. Never left. Got in the cattle business, and when decided to get out of that, still have cattle to have some fun, but need a job, and came and visited you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stayed here. Yeah.
And the best I recollect, either Joey Statham when he was here, or one of us didn't want to hire you for some reason. I forget what that was.
Yeah.
That we didn't think that you'd work out too good, but apparently it did.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It was a challenge. But,
Yeah.
but it did work out.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
So, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's a little Brett's background. The thing about this business here is we've got 30 employees, and the average tenure here is about 7.5 years.
Yep.
We've got a lot of long-term people that work here.
Yep, we do. Yep.
And what that always says about a business is if people stay, they know that it's a good place to work.
True.
They know what kind of cars we sell. They know how we stand behind them. And especially salespeople that work here. They never have to apologize for something that might bite the customer later. And you've seen that over
I have.
the years.
Because started out in sales, and it does make it a lot easier when you know you're selling a good vehicle, and you don't have to worry about the customer coming back.
That's right. Or if he does come back,
Yeah.
we're capitalized enough to take care of the problem.
Exactly.
So many
Exactly.
dealers aren't, because they have to decide between survival, because they haven't operated their business in the most efficient manner, or, well, I'll just make this customer mad and I won't pay for that repair.
Yep.
That just doesn't happen here.
That's true. That's true. That kind of leads into the next one, which is what makes wholesalecars.com different.
Wow. Three things, I guess. Lower mileage on every car that we sell. Shorter terms. In other words, we're not going to finance it for 120 months, 10 years.
Right. A mortgage.
If you buy one of those new trucks,
You have to.
you have to.
You have to. Yep.
Yeah. And that's just obscene to me. And the third thing is radical transparency. Radical.
Yep.
if we know it, you're going to know it.
Yes.
And when I meet a customer after you guys have closed them,
Mm-hmm.
I always ask them, obviously I want to know how you heard about us, but I ask how the sales process went, and gosh, they told me things about this car that I wouldn't have known if you hadn't have told me.
Yep.
So, but anyway, just the mileage, the shorter terms, and transparency. That's what it's all about. And with in the typical buy here, pay here store, where our average mileage here is about 68,000, and the vast majority of my competitors are in the 6 digits, 120,000 plus.
True. Yep.
And then they finance it for 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is, it's not going to make it.
This is right.
It will not survive. And when we start you out in a car with 50 to 80,000 miles, you can get 3 or 4 years of pretty solid driving.
Yep.
Without any major problems. And if you do have a major problem,
You got that warranty.
you got a warranty here.
Yep. Yep.
You got a warranty, and it's a warranty that is underwritten by this company,
Mm-hmm.
which we pay claims
Yep. Yeah, we do.
if they're within the
Yeah.
parameters of the warranty.
I
So,
agree. Yep. Yep.
Also, our model focuses on shorter terms. Again, I don't understand how people buy new cars. I noticed Taylor outside is driving a paid-for Trailblazer. I can.
Okay.
And I'm sure he could go buy a new car, but I think
Yeah.
you gonna buy a new car anytime soon, Taylor?
That dangerous assumption there.
Yeah. I don't think he will.
Yeah.
I like to, when somebody pulls up at my store driving a $100,000 vehicle, it makes me a little nervous.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How much they're going to charge me. But anyway, so if you go to one of my competitors, it's going to be for more than 36 months, could be as much as 60 months.
Yep.
The car's not going to last.
No.
The car's
No.
just not going to last. And thirdly, the transparency, the radical transparency is if the car's had some damage here, we're going to not only tell you about it, we're going to show you a picture
Yep.
before we started so that you'll know exactly what we know. And we're also, if you're calling from more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes away, we're going to tell you before you get here, hey, now this car,
Yep.
it's been an accident. But
Right.
we can show you and disclose everything to you. But
I got you.
But those 3 things really make us different.
Yes. Yes. And that kind of goes to the next question, which was we've talked about being truth tellers, and in an industry that doesn't always have that reputation. What does that look like day to day in our store here?
Well, again, we're going to make sure that the customer knows exactly what the mileage is. We're going to make sure they know exactly what the money is. We're going to make sure they know exactly what their terms are. And they're going to know exactly if it's had previous damage. We're going to disclose that.
Yep.
This is not an operation where we're going to give you a sheet of paper and say, hey, sign here. They put
Right.
their arm over the
Arm block.
yeah,
it?
arm block
yeah,
to where you can't see what
Yes,
you're signing
yes.
because. But what I always tell prospective customers is being truth tellers. I tell a customer, I'll say, we're not going to sell you a bad car, and I will pause for effect on purpose.
Right.
Now, all used cars have a tendency to do what, Brett?
Have a tendency to break.
To break. And why is that?
Well, it's a vehicle. It's an item. It's a used item.
It's
a
a piece of
mechanical
equipment.
device. Yes.
And the reality is, the more you use it, the more it's subject to break.
Absolutely.
But if you start out here with 68,000 versus one of my competitors with 120 or 30,000, and most don't have a warranty. Well, they've got that warranty that when your tail lights hit 431 out there, the warranty's expired.
This is true. Yep.
So in our worlds, you have a 30-day bumper-to-bumper warranty, and if you finance with us, which we strongly encourage you to do that, because we're very competitive even with banks with proper
That's true.
credit.
Yep. Yep.
But
Okay.
sometimes you have to tell the truth when a payment's not right for somebody.
Yeah.
You know, the customer that wants this, you know, when they should be buying an Impala, but they want the Charger.
Yep.
And we explain to them that, no, you don't have enough income to pay for that Charger.
Right. We don't want to set people up to fail. We want to take a good look at everything and just make sure they have the best chance to pay for a car.
Now, why would we do that?
Because it's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's exactly the right thing to do.
Yep.
Now, we could take their $3,000 or $4,000 down, knowing that they're not going to survive,
Correct.
and we have to reclaim our collateral,
Yep.
and they get mad, but that's not the right thing to do. We're not going to let you leave in a payment that we know you're going to fail at. We're just not going to do that.
Right. Yep. That's true. And, you know, with that, as going off of that, I know you often say every mile matters.
Yeah.
So when a customer looks at the odometer, what should they really be thinking about?
What they should be thinking about, if they buy one somewhere other than wholesalecars.com, what they should be thinking about is what major component is about to fail. And with 120,000 plus miles,
Right.
you're looking at major drivetrain issues. An engine can easily exceed 5,000. A transmission, 3,000 to 5,000.
Yeah.
And, you know, and if you're not paying attention to the odometer, and you're just looking at how pretty that car is, and hey, their down payments at XYZ Motors is cheaper than wholesalecars.com, and I promise you they will be.
Right.
They'll be
Right.
cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
But what happens is, and they said their down payment was cheaper, and probably their payment is going to be cheaper.
Sure. They probably extended that term out.
If they extend that term
Yeah.
out. Right, and then you're hooked in for 60 months again.
Yeah.
You're in that squirrel cage that you never get out of. But when that engine goes out,
Yeah.
you know that low payment you used to have? Now you've got not only that low payment, now you've got a repair payment
Yes.
for the next year for about the same thing as your car payment. So your car payment, it just doubled.
Yes. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It just doubled.
Absolutely.
Whereas if you buy it here, in the unlikely event that either happens,
Yep.
we pay for half of that repair. So instead of a $5,000 repair, you're on the hook for $2,500.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that we pay, it's a 50-50 warranty.
Yeah.
So we pay for half of it.
Yeah.
So we want the car to do right
Yeah,
because we're paying for half of it.
yeah. Why would we put out a bad car if we knew 6 months down the road there was something wrong with it that we had
Right.
to come off the wallet with $2,500?
Correct.
It
That
makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
So-
it makes no
so-
sense.
You know, and Brett, you can attest to this as well. When we get a bad car, what happens to it here?
It goes to auction.
It goes to the auction to let somebody else pass it on to some unsuspecting customer somewhere else.
Right. We don't want to have our name tagged to
No,
that.
we're not. We're just not going.
No.
We're not going to participate, and we do it quite frequently when we get a
Yeah.
car in and we don't like the looks of it. We just shoot it in the head
Yes.
and
Yes.
and move right on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. That kind of goes to, can you walk through a simple example of how starting miles and contract term affect where the car ends up in 3 to 4 years? It kind of just touched on that a little bit earlier, but you might want to expound on that.
So if you start at 124,000 miles and you drive 20,000 miles a year, in 4 years you're at 200.
Yes.
You're at 200,000. And like I say, you spent a lot of money on repairs on the way. Again, that you thought you had a cheap payment.
Right.
But you've got repair payments at the same
Yeah.
time. And so many people don't get
It just
don't
came
get
right
that.
back. It's a boomerang, just
you
came
know,
back. Yeah.
And I'm a big Dave Ramsey advocate. But Dave, he hasn't been in the car market in a while. Dave makes a lot of money. And Dave would advocate that, would you just get on Facebook and buy a $1,000 hoopty, I think he calls it.
He does call it a hoopty.
Yep. So that's great, but I can assure you, the hoopty market is changed a lot since COVID.
Yes.
They're not out there, and for a customer that would go spend $1,000 to $1,500 on a Facebook car, and it's going to have 130 or 40,000. No, a $1,500 car is going to have 200 plus.
Yeah.
We sell them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Sometimes we trade in a car. I tell Brett, I said, let's put it on Facebook. Well, we do that because, hey, I want a cheap car. Well, here's what you get. Here's what you get.
But we do teach them, or try to, you may really not want this car.
That's right.
We suggest you do this.
Yeah.
However, if you're insistent.
We're telling you the better path would be to take that $2,000, make this down payment on this car with a warranty, or I've got a GMC Yukon out back now with $250 on it.
Yep.
I'll take $2,000 for it, but I don't know that you'll get home in it. But we put it in an auction and we sell it. But still, when but anyway, Dave, he's got a lot of good ideas, and I've always followed Dave's advice on the debt snowball, and I would advise any listener to follow that.
Absolutely.
Debt snowball being when you pay the smaller debts off, you pay the bigger dets off. But anyway, Dave is wrong on buying the hoopties.
I got you. What are some red flags you see on odometers, or history reports for that matter, that most buyers overlook?
Well, on an odometer, on a Carfax vehicle history report, everybody is they're looking at mileage, and they think, what you want to do is, when you look at that vehicle history report or Carfax is the Coca-Cola of vehicle history reporting. So So you look at the Carfax. What you're looking for is a mileage consistency history from the time that car was bought new.
Yes.
And we look at that, but many times we buy cars that are disclosed to us as not actual miles.
Yes, but we still look at that.
We look at that consistency.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. So if the consistency's there, now we're still going to sell it to you, back to that radical transparency again, we're still going to sell it to you with that disclosure, we bought it not actual miles.
Right.
We're pretty confident that the mileage is accurate, but you're buying it with not actual miles with our warranty.
Right,
So there's not much to be concerned about there, but another thing we look at on the vehicle history report is the number of owners.
Yes.
So many people, they don't pay any attention to that. We consistently pass over cars that have been owned 5 and 6 times.
Got you.
I just don't want a car that's been handled that many times. We look for 1, 2, and 3 owner cars, and we do that because, gosh, they give us better service.
Yeah.
They just way better service. But the most important piece of that information is where that car lived. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yes.
You know.
Kind of where did it come up north?
Yeah, absolutely.
Snow, salt,
right.
all these things.
All that stuff.
Yes.
And it's not just up north.
Yep.
You can get a coastal car.
Well, this is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that salt water.
Yes. You get a coastal car. We got one in a year ago that we got it in. I was so tickled we bought this car. I thought this car was just flawless on the interior.
Yep.
And when it hit the ground here, we buy everything digitally. We don't go to any auctions. We buy them online. And about 1 out of 15 to 20 cars will end up bad. Well, this one car, it was so rusty.
Okay.
With the undercarriage.
Yep.
You can't fix it.
Yeah, that rust is a cancer.
It's a cancer.
Yeah,
You just can't fix it.
Yeah.
So many people pay no attention to that.
True. Yep.
Now, we don't mind one being in an accident. Now, there are different degrees of accidents.
Absolutely.
But I don't want a rusty car.
Yeah.
You can't fix it.
Right. You can cover it up.
You can cover it up. That one of my technicians when this car came in, when they put it up in the air on the lift, one of my technicians said that there are 2 termites under the rear end holding the whole car together.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it was rusted in 2. So
so it's one of those, like you said, off it goes.
it went back to the auction. We don't want that car.
Correct. Yep.
Now, guess who buys that car?
Oh well, probably some other dealer.
Another
that
unscrupulous
wants to
dealer
cover
that
it
don't
up.
care.
Yeah, we'll cover it up and.
They don't care.
They
They're
don't care,
selling one and done, and
Yeah.
that leads me into something else that when you buy from an operation that during tax time they advertise, we can do your income tax, we can repair your lawnmower, or we'll sell you a car.
Yep.
You need to go the other way.
Absolutely.
All we do, we sell and service cars. Now, we don't even, we've got 15 service bays here.
Yep.
We've got 9 lifts at this store. We don't take any outside work
Right.
because it's a full-time job keeping our customers
Yeah, we cater to them.
to them.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And plus the fact that when they're here,
Yep.
if they have an issue with warranty,
Yep.
they get a loaner car.
Absolutely. Yep. We
Yeah.
got those. Yep.
Yeah.
A big part of the model here is branded title vehicles. For someone who has only heard stay away from salvage, how would you explain what kind of opportunity they have in plain English?
Well, it's really pretty simple. There are different levels of damage. And what we do, or what I do, is when I'm shopping for cars, I'm looking for that low level of damage. Insurance companies today will total a car when it needs a front bumper.
That's true. I've seen that. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and or if it needs a rear bumper. There's a huge difference. I used to, there's a guy that, when I used to buy cars in Texas, and there's a guy out there that he told me a long time ago, he said, son, he said, we'd look at a car, and I didn't know much about damaged cars then, and I'd look at a car and I'd say, Russell, how bad's that car? He said, son, that car's hit so bad, it killed the disc jockey on the radio. Now that's hit pretty hard.
That is hard.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But we don't buy those cars. But there are
Gotcha.
different levels of
Gotcha.
damage.
Yes.
And that's where I come in with my experience is I know what level of damage that I'd want to put my wife in or my grandchildren in.
Yes.
Is if I wouldn't want to put them in it, I'm not going to sell
Well,
it
the
to
one I'm
another
driving,
customer.
I think, is just a back bumper.
Absolutely.
Is all it needed.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And it's they're just different levels and knowing the difference. Again, I've seen cars that literally had freight train whistles sticking out of the side of them because they're hit really hard.
yeah.
But anyway, that's here we know what we're looking at.
Exactly.
before we pass it
Yes.
on to you.
I got you. So what kind of reconditioning inspections do the cars go through before you're willing to put your name on them?
Well, upon arrival, the first thing we do, as I said before, we buy these cars online. We
Right.
look at condition reports, and you may think, wow, how can you know about a car just by looking at a photograph? Well, that's not all we look at.
Right.
We look at history reports. As I said earlier, we're dealing with how many owners, how many times, how many other accidents has it been involved in what part of the country has it been from.
Right.
And the main thing that we look at is when it gets here, we put every car on a garage lift, put it up in the air, and look at the undercarriage. That tells all the story.
Yep.
Because mainly we're looking for rust or previous damage that would involve the structural integrity of the vehicle that's going to make it unsafe to drive.
I got you.
So we're just not going to sell that car.
Yeah.
After any body or paint repair that it has, it goes into detail, and just about every car, we pull the interior completely out and clean it and
Yes.
dry it before it goes back in. We don't.
Okay.
None of our cars will have that odor that I refer to it as mop and slop details, where the interior is soaking wet.
Yes.
And
I
it
know
smells like
exactly.
an old wet
Yes.
dog.
Yes.
You just won't find any of that here. And our technicians perform. I think, how many items are on the checklist? Do you recall?
There's a lot.
Yes,
I know
it's over 100 items that they
there's
check.
there's a lot
from
on that.
stem to stern, and even at this stage in the game, when they find something that either we repair it,
Mm-hmm.
or what's the other option, Brett? If we don't repair it,
Well, if there's something, you can bring it back. I mean, we're gonna fix it.
well, but if we choose not to repair it, what happens to that car?
Oh, off to the auction.
Off
it
to the
goes.
auction again.
Yes.
Off to the auction
Yes.
again.
Yeah.
And I keep going back to that because most of my competitors buy in just normal, conventional auto auctions.
Right. Where that car's
Where
gonna
that car is
end up.
going to end up at.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
They may not see that issue.
They may not see the issue
Yeah.
and pass it on to you unsuspectingly.
Oh, sure.
You
Sure.
know.
Yeah.
So, but and the last step in the process is I do a personal walk around.
Yes.
When the
When
car
they come out
right
to the
outside
side,
my
yes.
office here,
Yep.
and we have the photograph of the car when it arrived, and I know where the primary damage was located, and I
Yeah.
focus in on that area, and at that point, I'm just if I don't like something,
Right.
I send it back to the back again and tell them that I want this issue and this issue fixed.
Right.
And most of it, at that point, most of it is just something visual that I just don't like the looks of.
I got you.
Something that
Yeah.
the consumer probably wouldn't notice.
Well, they probably wouldn't, albeit when I just signed up a couple of customers here moments ago, that's what I'm looking for to show them.
Yeah.
That's where the pictures,
Where the
that's the picture
pictures.
that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We often refer to it as we're showing you a picture of the car in its work clothes
There you go. Yep.
before we got it cleaned up for church Sunday.
There you are. Yep.
So,
Yep.
but it's we put them through the mill here to make sure.
Yeah.
Again, you spoke earlier about why would I sell a bad car if I have to
Right.
cover the warranty on it and
Exactly.
spend the money later.
That's
So
right.
there's
That's
no
right.
point in it.
There's not.
No point in
There's
it.
not. The so explain now how a customer can get significantly more car for their money because they were willing to consider that branded title.
Well, for those of you that are listening that are old enough to remember what Obama's cash for clunkers,
Yes.
the market has never fully recovered from that debacle.
Ah.
And I say debacle. Try not to get too political here, but Reagan used to say that the most terrible words he could hear was, "I'm from the government. I'm here to help you."
I do remember hearing that.
Yeah, so anytime the government's here to help you, it's going to cause you problems. In their desire to get a totally green world and make everything the utopia that the Democrats always want it to be, they decided to destroy cars that were 12 to 14, 15, 20 years old.
Gotcha.
And they wanted to make sure that those cars were taken off the road. So the dealers actually, the government told them what that they could put in the car.
Okay.
And they put a substance in the crankcase to seize the engine up.
Okay.
So all it was good for was just junk.
Junk, yeah.
Yeah, just metal. But, in their desire to get everything perfect in their utopia, they forgot about that poor customer that needs that cheaper car.
Yes.
That needs that affordable payment. Yep. Those cars disappeared. In a matter of weeks, the price of the next tier level car, we used to could find cars to sell to customers for $69.95, $79.95.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the cheapest car that we ever have is a 10.9 car.
Yes. Yep.
So that's the cheapest thing, but anyway, that's what started that. But by being open to a branded title car, the first time I was introduced to those when I was buying cars in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I got to know a couple of insurance adjusters, and they sold me a handful of cars that had real light damage.
Gotcha.
But they had branded titles, meaning they were salvaged and then they go to rebuild.
Yeah.
But they had very light damage, extremely low miles.
Yes.
And what I noticed was I could do the repairs, safe to fix the car.
Yep.
And the car had super low miles, but the value of the car was way cheaper than the conventional car that you buy at an auction with, I'd call it no stories behind it.
Yes.
A lot of our cars have stories here, but we tell you the story.
Absolutely.
And we give you the warranty.
Yep.
So, but anyway, with the branded title car, you get way more bang for the buck.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because, and you drive one, I drive one. 30 employees here, I'm going to say 22 or 3 of them drive them here.
Absolutely. No, the value is definitely there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's money, payments, and real life budgets.
There you are.
That's what it comes down to.
Absolutely. Well, when a customer walks in thinking only about, can I get approved? What do you want them asking instead? They
should be asking, what can I afford?
Yep.
We go back to Dave Ramsey. It's a want
versus a need.
A need.
Yep.
And I want a Porsche.
Yep.
Can't afford one.
Right.
But I need a pickup truck, so that's what I drive.
Yes.
So they should be, instead of asking, can I get approved, they should be asking, can I comfortably get in this car with the down payment that I've got?
Yeah.
And instead of wanting the Charger, what can I get in? What kind of car can I get into with $2,000 down?
Yep.
That I can comfortably afford. The goal is to have a payment that works for you, and not just on paper.
I got you, and that is important. And I know we try to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, right now it's tax time, and so we do see a lot of people using their tax refunds as a down payment. What would you say are some smart, not so smart ways to use that money about when they're ready to buy a car?
Well, I think we touched on this a little earlier. Don't spend that. A lot of people think that we're going to try to get all your refund.
Yes.
How many times do we do that?
We don't. We shoot for 50% at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get $6,000 back, typically we want $3,000 for a down payment, and two, the $3,000 down payment, that doesn't. That's another thing. People need to consider. All our cars are priced online. Why is it we do that, Brett? Why do we price them online? What is that radical thing we talked about a while ago?
Transparency.
Radical transparency.
Yes.
And if you know what they are online, if you pay me $2,000 down,
Yep.
or if you pay me $3,000 down, if you pay me more down, you're going to finance less,
Yep.
which gets you out of debt a lot quicker.
It does.
You know.
It does.
But don't waste your money buying an old 200,000 mile Facebook car. Just
that what do we call it? The hoopty.
the hoopty. Yeah, just don't do that.
Right.
Buy a more reliable, protected car instead of buying one of those cars.
I got you. And let's see. How do we help customers avoid getting upside down or stuck in a car that's worn out before the loan is paid off?
Well,
Kind of goes back to what we were just talking about a little bit, but
yeah, but it's again, we're guilty as charged here of having higher down payments.
this is true.
But, you know, there's an old adage that says you typically get what you pay for.
Okay.
And down payments is the same thing. Our cars are way, way better cars. We have to pay more for them.
Yep.
Again, with the lower mileage, but with a higher down payment, your term is going to be shorter. Your payment will be less, and you get out of debt quicker. It's not like we take that extra $1,000, the difference between $2,000 and $3,000. It's not like we take that $1,000 and stick it in our pocket. It makes you owe us less money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't really realize that.
They don't.
They don't, yeah.
I really don't think they do. You know, that's something our schools they're awful at about teaching financial literacy, because we see so many people that just really don't understand, and we'll do our best to educate you here when you come in and make you understand. And we charge simple interest here.
True.
A lot of car lots don't charge simple interest, and you pay all your interest on the front end of the loan.
That's right.
And
might be 2 years in, you haven't even started paying for the car yet.
Yep. That's right.
Yep.
I think that's, what is that called? Rule 21 or
Rule of 21.
Rule of 21.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is. Yep.
So that's we've always, because again, it's the right thing to do.
Exactly.
Simple interest is the right thing to do.
It is. It is.
But it's also hard to build up equity in a car that you've made a small down payment on.
That's true.
As we talked earlier, these cars are just equipment.
Yep.
If you use them more, they wear out more. The more miles you put on them, the less the car's worth.
Absolutely. Well, I know we work real hard at keeping that reputation, getting those reviews and some trust. We do have thousands of reviews out there online, Google, Facebook. What do those reviews tell you about what customers value most in the store?
The quality of the car, even though some of them have branded titles, but the quality of the car, and they can't. We've had customers to tell us before, I've never had a car with 50,000 miles on it.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Yeah, and we get them quite routinely.
Yes.
They also talk a lot about, again, our transparency here.
Yes.
The things that they know what they're signing up for.
Yep.
They know that we're just, I use the term, we're not trying to put the hat on them.
Yes.
I mean, it's we provide a service, we provide a warranty, and but it's just, you know, we want people to think about wholesalecars.com for any automotive need.
Yes.
If they bought from us.
Yeah.
They say that they see a consistent theme of friendliness and welcomeness here.
Yep.
You know, we have people, they'll come in if they don't have the correct down payment. We'll tell them what they need.
Yes.
And they come back 3 months later with the down payment, and they said, y'all were so nice to me.
Yep. We knew where we're coming back to.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
Again, it's just doing the next right thing and following the golden rule. And over again, people mention how we take the worry out of the process.
Yeah.
Hassle-free, no games,
Yeah.
and payments that actually fit their budget.
Yeah.
So,
True.
yeah.
Have you ever had a tough review that turned into a success story because of how we handle it?
Yeah. You know, we've got thousands of reviews, and, there's the people that say they have 100% positive reviews. There's a term for that, Brett, and it has initials. You know what that is?
No, tell me again.
It's BS.
I just wanted you to say it.
Absolutely. Nobody has perfect reviews.
No, of course not.
When we're buying from vendors online
Yep.
for parts, for instance, the first thing we look at is we look at the reviews.
Yep.
And if they've had 20 transactions
Yeah.
and 100% reviews, and then their competitor has 1,000 transactions with 98% positive reviews,
Right.
I'm going with the one with the most transactions
Yes.
and less than 100%.
Yeah, because something's awry.
So,
with
that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, the only negative review we get here,
Yep.
we never have one because of performance. Because if unless they've exceeded the mileage,
Yep.
they're they have a warranty. But the only negative review we have here that I can't control is when a customer. We're big on communication here because
Yeah.
we finance about 95% of what we sell here.
Right.
And we explain to the customer that communication is what, Brett? It's critical.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely critical.
Yep.
So we sell a customer a car, and they get past due on their payment, and then they won't talk to us.
Yep.
We make several attempts to call. They won't talk to us.
Yep.
And then we recover our collateral.
Yep. Leaving us no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they paint us into a corner, and then they get really mad,
Yes.
and they leave us a negative review.
Yep.
But I answer all those reviews and tell
yeah.
the story. And but I love the reviews because we've had negative reviews that we fixed. That,
True. Yeah.
That the customer had this issue. They left
Yeah.
us a negative review. We pick up the phone. Hey, explain. Tell me about it. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Well, this and this happened, and this isn't right. I want this. I'd like to have this fixed. Okay. Let's bring it in. Let's fix it.
That's right.
And they take the review down.
Yeah.
So that's.
There's a success story.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yeah. And then the customers, these customers buy time and time again, and we're always, when I meet customers, I'll ask them. I say, how'd you hear about us? Well,
Yeah.
Google. Did you read our Google reviews?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Did you read the bad ones? And they'll smile a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, yeah, there's some bad ones on there. And
Yep.
we want you to read them. But we can't. Jesus Christ couldn't please everybody.
True.
So
Yeah.
we're going to do our dead level best. If it's in the gray area, we're going
Yeah.
to do it. But if it's black and white, there's not much we can do.
That's true. There really isn't.
Not much we can do.
Yep. Well, so if someone comes in after being burned somewhere else, how do we earn their trust?
Well, we remind them that we've been in business on this corner. Been in business since 1981, but
Yeah.
been in business on this corner since 1994. And we've had, just thousands of online reviews. And I explained to them that most reviews can be worked through if you just talk about most problems.
Yeah.
Our goal is always to listen, be fair, and to show them that not every dealership operates like
A
the
car
last
view.
one.
Yeah.
The last one they experienced.
True.
So
I know when I meet people, a lot of times it's just explaining to them the transparency and what we do. And again, if they read all those reviews, those are critical, and they're going to see that we do treat people correctly. So we try to turn that fear around before they buy from us.
yeah.
Yep. I know faith is big here. How does your faith shape the way you run your business and treat customers?
I had a pastor tell me a long time ago, and we've mentioned it here. He said, just do the next right thing.
Yep.
And, I tell young people all the time, I used to tell my son that if you think it's going to embarrass your mom or dad,
Yep.
should you make that next move?
Right.
And the obvious reason is, no, I shouldn't.
That's correct.
But the next right move, and I've always, Proverbs 3:27, I'll read it. It says, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to act. And that verse, it sits at the core of how we try to operate this business.
Yep.
Just trying to do the right thing and for the right reasons. It tends to work out pretty good for both the customer and us.
Absolutely. Let's see. When there's tension between profit and doing what you believe is right for the customer, how do you decide?
And we touched on this a little bit earlier as well, that we're well capitalized in this store. Has your check ever bounced?
No.
Okay. You hesitated a little longer than I thought. But he's getting back at me because I said he was only been here 3 years when he'd been here 21
That's
years.
right.
So he's getting me back there. But anyway, we've been blessed to be debt free. That's, like I say, I'm a Dave Ramsey disciple on most everything. But a lot of dealerships, especially independents, are way undercapitalized, and when a lot of times they have to can I really afford to pay this $2,000 claim?
Yeah.
When it's the first thing I'm going to do is, what is the next right thing to do?
Yeah.
There's a lot of warranty claims up here that they may be just right outside the warranty.
Yes.
And we look at that car, and they haven't abused the car, and we say, that shouldn't have happened to this car.
Yeah.
Let's fix it for the customer.
Got you. Yes.
And it's just it's so easy, just do the next right thing.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I think that winds us up for today.
I think it does. It was great. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, we're going to do this again. Probably be a few weeks before we put another one together. But I don't know. It's just Taylor back here talked me into doing this, and it's not been as difficult as I thought it would be, and it's actually been
kind of fun.
Been a little fun.
Yeah.
Actually been a little fun. And we'll have some more topics and things that I think probably what we'll talk about next time is how your insurance company, it's in their best interest to pay you the least amount of money possible.
This is true.
And we'll talk about that on the next podcast.
Here we go.
And until next time, stay safe out there, and we're signing off with Under the Hood with WholesaleCars.com. Good day.
Absolutely.